Oh boy. Okay. Everybody, I'm Haven and welcome back. Today's video is going to be my Raw and Smackdown review for the week of November 12th. But before I get started, I just want to say, if you are not already, I do not know what you're waiting for. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button, become a Halien, hop on the spaceship, and let's get into this video. So the show opened up and Braun was already beating the hell out of, I think it was the tag division. He sat in the ring and he was like, listen, I will not be moved. Stephanie McMahon came out. She tried to control him like she does everyone else, but it wasn't working with him. He basically said he wants Brock. She said done. He said he wants Corbin first. She said done. Just wait till after Survivor Series. Then Ronda Rousey comes out. She flips Corbin's bitch ass and leaves. That's good for him because Corbin is a bum. So then we had Tamina with Nia Jax versus Ember Moon. You already know how this match was gonna go. There was a point where Ember dove out of the ring onto Nia Jax, but Nia literally did not move. And then she did a nice crossbody onto Tamina. She went to the top. Nia distracted her. Tamina caught her with a kick, then hit her with a splash, and that was that on that. And then after the match, Nia smashed her with a couple of leg drops. Unnecessary. It didn't have to be Ember Moon. Like, it could have been Dana Brooke. What is Dana Brooke doing? Ember though? So then we had Corey Graves in the ring with Seth Rollins, and he was wondering what the hell's going on with Dean. Dean Ambrose shows up on the screen. He's sitting on the car next to like a garbage can that's burning with some fire in it. What? Does that make sense? He's basically sitting next to a can. He's sitting next to a trash can that's on fire. And he basically says he don't owe us shit, which he's not lying about. And he said the Shield made him weaker. Roman and Seth made him weaker. So now it's time to start over. Time to burn it down. And then he burns the Shield vest. And I was just like, oh no. My heart can't take this. But I get it. Dean is much better right now on his own. So I'm fine with it. So then we had Drew and Dolph Ziggler come out in the ring. Drew's talking a whole lot of shit. Then Finn Balor comes out and I'm like, damn, Finn is really about to get that ass beat. He wanted to fight Drew, but Drew was like, listen, if you can beat Dolph Ziggler, then maybe I'll lower myself down to fight you. Which is crazy because he insulted Dolph Ziggler in the same breath. And Dolph was looking like, what? Drew sneak hit Finn Balor. Finn Balor was knocked out flat, like he was sleep. But when we came back, Dolph was fighting Finn, so he was perfectly fine. The match was cool, you know, these two guys are gonna give us something nice. We had a spike DDT, we had a famouser. The match ended when Dolph Ziggler tried to do some type of pin. Finn reversed it for the win, ran out. Drew was mad. They looked stupid. I guess they had to do the tag team battle royal over to see who's gonna be the team captains of the Raw men's tag team. And Bobby Roode and Chad Gable won. I don't think nobody cared. So then we had Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar come out. And then Jinder's music hits and I just said, damn. He comes out and he says he thinks Brock should relax. He's gonna help him do the, you know, the little shanty with him. And at first Brock was like, cool, let's try it. He attempted it, laughed, tossed Jinder's ass, and then he tossed the Singh brothers, and it looked so bad. I just feel like it could have been anybody else. Why Jinder? Why Jinder? You have a locker room full of people you're doing nothing with. Whatever, man. So then we had Bobby Lashley versus Elias to see who's gonna get the last spot on the Raw men's Survivor Series team. The match was cool. Elias lost because he got counted out because Leo Rush held his leg so he couldn't get back in the ring. Cheap win, but you know, I feel like neither one of these guys can take a loss right now because both of them, I feel like they're trying to build them up. So I was okay with this. So then we have Alexa Bliss came out. She had the Raw women's team with her, but there was one spot left. So she says Sasha and Bayley have to fight for this spot. The match was a really good match, not gonna lie, and it was the main event, so that's a plus as well. But the match is not what was important because during the match, the rest of the ladies just beat both of them up, and then she announced Ruby Riott as the 5th member, and I'm just like, yo, really? So this is another important pay-per-view that Sasha and Bayley are not on. I don't even know what to say. At this point, they cut to the back. Becky Lynch has Ronda Rousey in the disarmer in the back, and I was like, whoo! Becky had her screaming. So then all the women's looking like, what? Becky's music hits. Okay, Raw has her music. But yeah, she comes out like confident as hell because she is the man, and she comes to the ring. And all the other SmackDown women come out of nowhere. They beat the hell out of the Raw women's. Becky did get hit in the face by Nia, we found out later on. Bloodied her ass up. So now Becky's in the ring, bloody as hell, but she's still fighting. Ronda comes out and Becky beats her ass with a chair. So literally the SmackDown women and Becky Lynch was on top at the end of Raw. It was a perfect way to end it. Becky looked crazy badass because she was bleeding. Like, she was leaking. Face all bloody, her hands was bloody because she was wiping it. They went through the crowd. She's in the crowd with her hands up because how could you end it any other way? Raw was good strictly because of that ending, and it was SmackDown who ended the show. So we're gonna get into SmackDown now. So all day leading up to SmackDown, it was reported that Becky Lynch was not gonna be fighting Ronda Rousey on Sunday because she had a broken nose. And then when SmackDown came on, they definitely confirmed that, yeah, she's not gonna be wrestling. So she's gonna handpick someone to take her spot, which really sucked because I feel like this match was a match everyone was looking forward to because the build-up was actually really good and Becky stepped up. Anywho, the show opens up, AJ Styles comes out, Paul Heyman pops out of nowhere, he talks a lot of shit. He kind of insinuates that Daniel Bryan is the best and not AJ, but we're never gonna see Daniel Bryan versus the Brock, fuck out of here, versus Brock. So AJ basically says, listen, I made Daniel Bryan tap, shut your mouth. Daniel Bryan comes out real hot, tells AJ, listen, I told you I wanted to punch you in the face. I'm looking for a reason. Keep my name out your mouth. AJ was like, he ended up saying Daniel Bryan, and he did get punched in the mouth. Shane comes out, they're trying to break them up. Into the back, they're fighting again, and then Shane basically said, listen, Daniel Bryan's not on the team, and he's gonna fight AJ for the world title tonight. And it's just like, shit. As soon as it was announced, I'm like, yeah, AJ's losing that title. He made it his business to say he had the title for 371 days. Yeah, and that's because you're losing it today. And I knew it. I knew it. But we're going to continue. So they showed The Miz and Paige and Rey Mysterio in the back with Samoa Joe too. And Miz was basically like, well, listen, if Daniel Bryan's off the team, Rey, you're off the team too. Which was mad funny. Like, how you going to be like, yeah, you're done. Paige was like, no, you have to fight him. And if you beat him, then you can choose someone else. Did The Miz win? Of course not. So then we had the New Day versus The Bar and Big Show. Not gonna lie to you, didn't watch this match. I was in the kitchen making something to eat. My brother told me that The Bar won, and I guess they had to because they're gonna fight AOP on Sunday. It's whatever, I didn't care anyway. So then we had a point where Becky had to come out and all the women on the roster were standing in the ring, and she had to handpick someone to take her spot. And of course, she chose Charlotte. She said make her tap like I would have made her tap. And then they hugged. Cute little moment. So then we see the Usos in the back. Then they basically show us the teams they chose to be on their team. So we had the Club, Sanity, the Colognes. I keep forgetting they're even employed there. Obviously the Usos and the New Day. As long as SmackDown wins this, I'm good. Which brings us to AJ versus Daniel Bryan for the world title. You know the match was going to be a good match. AJ's hitting forearms. Then he's working Daniel Bryan's leg because of the calf crusher. Then the tables get turned and Daniel Bryan ends up working on his arm and shoulder. Threw him into the post. Y'all know how I feel about AJ getting tossed around, and I just wanted to choke Daniel Bryan. But Daniel Bryan was actually doing his thing. He hit AJ with a hurricanrana from the top and then a backdrop from the top, and they both looked like they was done after this. The match ended when AJ went for a phenomenal forearm. He hit the ref. Ref is a little shooken up. Daniel Bryan hits him with a low blow. This was a low blow to me and everyone else because of all the months of AJ getting hit with low blows by Nakamura looking like a dumbass. He gets hit with another one. Then he gets hit with the running knee and he loses. He loses. AJ lost. I could not believe my eyes. I was, ugh. Daniel Bryan is your new champion, and that's fine. I don't even care. Like, listen, AJ had a year-plus long run. That's okay. Daniel Bryan is your champion. Fine. But then Daniel Bryan continued to beat his ass after he won. Holding his arms, stomping his head into the mat. Extremely unnecessary. And I just feel like this is gonna make me cheer for, I can't even say I'm gonna cheer for Brock because I'm lying. I would never, ever, ever cheer for Brock. But I'm just not cheering for nobody. As far as the man, Bryan Danielson, I'm worried for him because Brock is gonna toss the fuck out of him and I know it's not gonna be pretty. But as a wrestler named Bryan, I'll be sitting there like, oh, okay, you got tossed, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. Oddly enough, I kind of feel like Daniel Bryan has a chance to win because people do love him. Anyway, everybody, that is it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below what was your favorite parts about Raw and SmackDown this week. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Also, don't forget to share and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.